Hi guys,
Hi.
Troy
Hi.
and Troy and Melanie from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Um, Everybody has noticed we haven't done videos in a while. No, we were not in Michigan. The last video I did was milk kefir that we recorded in January when we were in Michigan. We have not been in Michigan since then, and so I want to, let people know we're right here. And that video, I just happened to, I wanted to write a good article about it, and so I didn't get it done right away. That was one that required me to actually do some thinking about it and planning. And I've been pumping out a lot of videos, sometimes as much as 3 to 4 videos a day recently, and I still have a few to do. Anyway, we have not made any videos because we've had a lot on our minds recently, right, Melanie? Um, you want to say it?
You're gonna say it.
I'm going to say it. Well, you probably have guessed by now, because of our awkwardness, we are having a baby. And this is a major event, a life-changing event. And we are now we've made our decision, we're going to move to Michigan to be with family. Closer to our family, and they love Melanie very much. Melanie comes from a very close culture where the family is very close, and she's around people all the time, and she misses that. She needs that, and my family really give you a lot of love, don't they?
Yes.
So she's always talked about wanting to go back to Michigan since she first met my family. I think right after our civil wedding, you already wanted to go to Michigan to live.
Yeah.
That was like instantaneous. I mean, that was for her right away. She's very much loved there, and she needs that. She wants that warmth. I guess, sorry Felix, but you're just not enough. Sorry. Anyway, so we have been in a lot of thought, and I think you can understand that we couldn't really get our minds on doing a video of the homestead and our daily chores because we've had our heads filled with thousands of other things. And oh yeah, meat. Melanie has her head full of meat. The other day she was saying, I want meat, give me meat, kill the turkey and give it to me, I want meat. And Chris was around at that time, and he was starting to get worried. And then Chris didn't hear from me for a few days. And when I saw Chris again, he says, "Oh, I'm so relieved. He said, I haven't seen you in a few days. I thought maybe Melanie had got you. She was really, I want meat. Kill that turkey, I want meat." And Melanie didn't want to hurt her little animals before. So I'm guessing it's a boy and that little hunter in there that wants meat. Anyway, so there's been a lot of, it's more mental, a lot of thoughts going on, and that's why we haven't done any video. Again, just to reiterate, we've been right here. We just have been discussing with family and friends and church about how to proceed. It's a big deal. Also, there's this property, it's beautiful, and we love it very much. And we've got 70 taps in the maple trees, and just scratching the surface of how many trees there are. I think there's a full maple business here, but we just scratched the surface. But the thing is that when I set up this property and established the payments on the land, I was alone, and I had no plans of ever being married. I thought, this is it. I'm gonna grow old and die on this land, and I'll become fertilizer for the plants. Well, then I met Melanie, and that changes a lot. She's eating everything in sight. she ate what? How many? You ate at least 2 mangoes within a couple hours apart.
3.
3 on one in once. I bought mangoes, right? Usually 3 mangoes lasts a while. We make smoothies and everything. She devoured them. She sat down and ate a mango, and a while later she sat down and ate another. And she ate another. She said, I want mangoes. Melanie, it's lucky if we don't move, Felix days are numbered.
No.
Because one day she's going, I want Felix. Get a little Felix. I want to eat Felix, right? So we got to move for his sake. Right, Felix? We got to move for you. So you live. Anyway, I'm trying to tell the chickens out back that they're safe for now. I've hidden the axes and any dangerous implements. But their days are numbered too if we don't do something drastic. Anyway, so we're going to go to Michigan. Now, this is going to happen pretty quick and like as fast as possible. Everything plus the family. It's all about the family mostly. But we are going to put this land up on the market. If there's any homesteaders out there that want to walk in and take the tiny house on wheels, it's warm and cozy. It is, well, it's sitting at 70.5 degrees, and I can pretty much dial in the wood stove to set the temperature in this house. It's quite amazing. Melanie now knows how to adjust the wood stove. We can literally dial in the temperature you want in this house, and it's amazing. The walls are really heavily insulated and have radiant foil, which reflects the heat, keeps it in, keeps the summer heat out, which was a huge benefit for me compared to other years. We've got the greenhouse out here where we've got the chickens and goats and the goat pen and the chicken pen. We've got the sugar shack and all the maple trees and all the maple syrup tapping equipment. If somebody, now I'm not saying that we weren't at this point, but if somebody were to, based on my studies online about maple sugaring, I think there's $30,000 a year in maple sugar here, maple syrup, if somebody would really establish the business properly. And that's what I was building to, but obviously things change suddenly. But we just got the trees on the edge of the meadow, and this is 56 acres of hardwoods. It's just mind-blowing how many maple trees. So somebody could probably make a living just on the maple. But again, we are not at that point yet. We have to make choices based on family and go where our family is. Chickens are laying eggs pretty heavily now, and we were selling eggs all summer. Of course, they slowed down for winter. Then we were eating our own eggs, but now they're starting to lay again. The days are longer. We have a fully off-grid environment. We have running water. We have hot water. We have electricity. We have washing machine. You know, we have all the comforts of home here pretty much. And the house, I would say, is 90% finished. If I have time, I want to try to finish the siding, but I don't want to mess it up. And that's why we never did it, because of the moisture in the wood. Once you hang that wet wood up on a house and let the sun beat on it, it's going to split. So that's what held me off from finishing it too quick. Alright, anyway, if somebody wants to walk in and take over a homestead, we're going to put this up for $200,000, and then we'll take that, what we owe, hand it in to the previous owner, because we don't have the deed. She held the deed. We would give her that, she would give you the deed, and you walk in and take over. We've got the gardens, we've got the greenhouse, we've got the maple sugar business. It's being established. We've got the chickens and the goats and the house. And basically, we put a lot into this, and you can walk in if there's homesteaders want to come in and take over. Then obviously a mortgage would be cheaper than my land payments, because again, I set it high when I was single and had no plans of ever needing the money myself. So a mortgage would be way, 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 way lower than what I've been paying. So if somebody wants to get a mortgage, $200,000, step in, we walk out, and we're going to move within a very short period. We just really want to start a new life and get a garden going in our new home, wherever that may be, as soon as possible. Is there anything you can think of or that I missed?
The garden, did you say?
Yeah, the gardens. The garden is now ready. Oh, yes, thank you, Melanie.
Yeah, you can just plant it.
There's-
It's because it's ready.
We have 3 and 4 year old fruit trees. There's three red apples and 2 green apples. There's at least 1 pear tree, if I remember right, or 2, but there's at least 1 pear tree.
And grapes.
There's 2 different kinds of grapes, and they are bearing fruit. And this year will be the biggest production yet because we let them really grow out last year. And this year they're really going to produce. We've got asparagus, which, if fertilized and healed properly, now will produce. This will be its 3rd or 4th year in the asparagus. And we've got multiple berries. We were eating berries galore, weren't we? That one bush was.
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 seasons on that. It bore fruit 2 times this year. I couldn't believe it. The yellow raspberries. We've got yellow raspberries, black raspberries, red raspberries. We've got strawberries, both wild and the tame. We've got these weird ground blackberries that we were going to start culturing. They grow in a little vine along the ground, and they're really nice little blackberries. Wild blackberry bushes, blueberries. Oh boy. You can make a business on the blueberries. The amount of blueberry bushes out here would be enough to make a serious amount of money. I just bought the blueberry rakes, and we never got to it. What happened? We missed the blueberries.
Yes.
We were gone.
Yeah.
We missed the blueberry season, unfortunately. But I bought the blueberry rakes, so there's another moneymaker on this land. And a blueberry rake is a thing that you hold in your hand and you scrape along the bushes, and all the berries fall, and you dump it in a bucket that's hanging off your neck, and just harvest massive quantities of blueberries. What else? We got the mulberry trees. We got 3 mulberry trees out here. The one should be bearing fruit any time now. I'm surprised it didn't last year. We've put the mulch around it and fertilized them, all the trees, so they should be starting to do pretty good here. So within a couple of years there should be a lot of good fruit on this land. So we've laid the groundwork. If anybody wants to step in, and we hand you the key and we drive off into the sunset. You guys can take over and pick up where we left off. $200,000 will buy us out and give you this whole 56 acres of land, secluded, private, peaceful, beautiful. There is water on the land. There is running water on the land, but it's out in the back end of the property. We never did really work that resource. We were considering putting a little cottage back there, right by the water. It's surrounded by deer. The deer are thick out there. Anyway, by the way, the deer came back. The deer are all over the place. They're walking through the yard back and forth. Just the deer are everywhere. So Felix, trying to get attention. So the deer are back. I guess whatever happened, people drove them off during the hunting season, but they're back. There's turkeys on the land. There must have been hundreds of deer out here. When I went out last year, there must have been hundreds of deer out here, based on the amount of footprints and tracks I found in the land. So there's a lot of resources here that you can tap. And then there's access to the pond and the creek for fishing. It's not on our land, but it's the previous owner's land, and we always had permission to go boating and fishing in the stream and in the pond. I call it a lake because it's big for a pond, loaded with fish, which you guys have seen our fishing videos. What else? Anything else? Wood stove is here. It's warm, it's cozy, it's got propane backup, propane cook stove. Rainwater collection system. And if anybody's interested in walking in and taking over, we'd leave the solar system, the solar power in place, and then Melanie and I would start a new start in Michigan. Now, big point. Nothing's going to change with YouTube, with our work, with our homesteading. We are just changing location. So it will be the off-grid project, a new beginning, with a lot of new things, right? So the off-grid project will continue, and we will continue making daily videos now that we've got our heads on straight and the shock of everything is gone. We're going to jump right in. I've got maple syrup to boil today. Sorry about that, but it was just a big thing, and we had to really make some decisions. It's a big thing, life-changing event. But we will continue making daily videos. Melanie's still working on the homesteading channel, and hopefully she's going to get better and better with putting up videos. She's learning how to edit and how to upload videos on her own now, so that's good. Off-grid homesteading with Melanie. And then, of course, TR Tech Tactical and Survival, my outdoor camping and survival channel, where we will continue going out and doing off-grid or survival camping and hiking and fishing. That's all over there, and we do love that very much. And Michigan has more wilderness and more land where we can run and play and do the outdoor stuff. So that's good. And the homesteading, the off-grid homesteading. We probably won't be off the grid the day we open the door and walk in. Okay, it'll be an on-grid house. So this is going to be exciting because we're going to look for a home near our family where we can establish an off-grid homestead from a new beginning. So you can follow us as we go off the grid. Sounds weird. We've been fully off the grid here. There's no power lines, no utilities, no connections except for the internet cable that runs a quarter mile to our property. That's the only wire coming out here. And you can have all this for $200,000. I've had a lot of people ask me through the years, do you know where I can find a place? Do you know a place? Well, here it is. Come on, take the key, we walk away. All you people who are watching these videos, don't go away. Stay right here. Nothing's changing. We're going to continue the homesteading until the day we walk away. Well, we're going to drive. We're going to drive the car. Okay? We're going to continue the homesteading until the day we drive away. And we're going to continue the daily videos. We're going to continue everything we're doing here because the maple syrup is flowing. Sap is flowing. And we are going to take advantage of it while it's flowing because that's money right there. They say money doesn't grow on trees. They haven't come to this property. It's flowing. It's flowing like water faucets. We're going to start boiling today. So stay tuned. Exciting stuff to come. And when we move, we will continue our daily videos and the striving to become off the grid and self-sufficient on a budget. Starting over again. So, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World, the Off-Grid Project, and Melanie from
Homesteading with Melanie.
Off-Grid Homesteading with Melanie, and Junior. Talk to you guys later.
Junior, senior.
Bye, guys. Hey, everybody, this is Troy and
Melanie
from the Do-It-Yourself World and
the Off-Grid Project.
Please subscribe and follow our daily videos as we strive to become self-sufficient and off the grid on a budget. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for watching.